Hey Lawn Care Nation, in this video I'm going to do my long-term use review on this guy, the Echo PB770T, coming up. Hey Lawn Care Nation, so this video is all about the Echo PB770 series backpack blower. This is Echo's most powerful backpack blower they offer in the backpack blower segment. I originally received this backpack blower from Echo back in the spring of 2017 as part of the UAG program. And I have to say right off the bat here that this is my absolute favorite Echo product that they make. You know, it is just a well-rounded product. It's got a super powerful motor. It moves a ton of air. I love the large fuel tank. Lets you blow and blow for quite a while without having to stop and refill. And it's got another really neat feature that I've never seen on any of the still blowers that I was really impressed with for that hot summertime weather. So let's go over some of the specs of this unit. So it's got a 63.3 cubic inch engine in it. That has reaches a maximum airspeed of 234 miles per hour and moves an air volume rating of 756 cubic feet per minute at the pipe. So that's a lot of air. You know, it comes with a standard starting system with a recoil start. It comes in at 24.3 pounds for the unit, and it has a large 68.3 fluid ounce gas tank in it. So like I said, you know, you can go for quite a while using this backpack blower without having to refill. I easily get, you know, a full day, sometimes going into multiple days without having to refuel the fuel tank on this backpack blower. And of course, it comes with Echo's standard 5-year consumer warranty and the 2-year full commercial use warranty, which I think is fantastic. You know, I think a lot more companies should be doing this with their commercial products. If you truly make the best products out there for commercial use, you should have a warranty that backs that up. You know, and having that 2-year warranty standard for commercial use. So I give Echo props on having that warranty across their full line, and it really does offer great value to consumers to know that their purchase is backed up with such a solid warranty. So like I say, I've been using this backpack unit throughout the season of 2017, but predominantly using this backpack blower for larger use jobs. So larger sidewalk runs, larger parking lots where you have a big area. This unit is fantastic, like I say, for those really large jobs where a handheld blower just wouldn't cut you know, the mustard on those. You know, the big leaf cleanups, anything like that. Of course, a backpack blower is going to be way more efficient than a handheld blower, and this unit does not disappoint. So it's got a couple of neat features, like I said, that I really enjoy. So let's get into checking those out. So some of the neat features I like about this Echo PB770T is that it comes with a very large and easy to see fuel tank. So I'll just give it a shake here, and you can easily see from a distance how much fuel you have left in the unit. It also features a couple of little thumb knobs here that offer a toolless access to your air filter. And you know, it makes it really easy on the go to check out your air filter, make sure that that's all clean and nothing obstructing. The other neat thing about their air filter system is that they employ a 2-stage air filtration system. So you have your main air filter there, your paper air filter. But it also has a foam pre-filter that, as you can see, catches a lot of that initial debris that comes in through the filter. So that's another really nice feature, to have that dual stage air filtration to protect the internal parts of your engine. So one of the other really nice features of this blower is all of the padding on the back, for the comfort level while you're wearing this particular blower. Now, if you can notice these little holes here along the side. So this is the feature I alluded to at the beginning of the video about a really neat summertime feature that I haven't seen on the steel blowers that I've been used to using. And that's that it allows airflow directly from the blower fan to blow right up against your back. So this is fantastic during those hot August summer days when it's super, crazy hot out there. You're sweating the instant you go outside. You'll find yourself totally wanting to strap this guy on your back, because it's like having air conditioning while you're working. Your whole back is just completely cooled down with that cool air from the blower going on your back. So is there anything that I don't like about this particular blower? Well, yeah, there's a couple of things. So this back rest here that goes up against your back. I was talking about the ventilation system, which is fantastic in the summertime. It's also not that great, the rest of the year when it's not warm outside. So here on the west coast of Canada, it can get pretty cold most of the time. So through the spring, it can get pretty chilly, and into the fall, it gets pretty cold. And having that cold air constantly blowing against your back through those times isn't that great. And without a way to control it, that's where the negative part comes into play. So I just wish they had, much like in a car vent, some way to close off these holes, maybe a little diverter slide switch or something that would, maybe close off the holes on the inside underneath this padding, and then you could open up and even adjust how wide open those vents are exposed against your back. I think that would be a huge welcome change to this particular model. Just a massive improvement to what is already a really neat idea, but just taking it to that one step further. So the other negative that I've heard about this blower in other reviews and had to completely agree with once I started using this unit is this top handle. It is quite simply terrible. And this comes as a huge surprise to me, especially since if you saw my review on the SRM 2620 line trimmer, one of my favorite things about that trimmer was the comfort of the handles, the nice soft rubber touch. So this blower doesn't have that. It has it on the actual throttle control, but not on the actual unit itself. So the front side of the handle is nice and round, but the back side isn't, and it has a bunch of these little round mold divots on it from the manufacturing process. And combined, with the 24 pounds of this unit, when you go to lift it up, all of these little points are just digging into the palm of your hand, and it actually physically hurts to lift up the blower, using those divots. So you have to be mindful of how you're lifting it, and to make sure that you're using the palm of your hand around the other side, but still then you still get those divots going up against some parts. You can see right there, just holding on to it, and trying to lift up a little bit. The hand gets a bunch of divot marks right into it. So that's something that I really wish Echo would change, that they would make an improvement on, seeing as a lot of their other products have that really fantastic rubber handle. Just putting, another half to the back of this handle in that nice soft touch rubber would just take this the comfort of using this machine over the top, considering how many times a day you're taking this off your back, you're putting it into a trailer, you're lifting it back out of the trailer, you're using this handle quite frequently. So that's one of the things that, you know, it's always just a pain point for me in using this particular unit. So another thing I don't quite like about this particular blower is this sort of system for putting the blower tube together. So with some other models of some other brands, you know, you kind of slide the end in, it kind of clips into place and it's held and there's no issue. With the Echo design, you can see these sort of raised sections of plastic here. There's some ones on the bottom side, the underneath side that kind of fit that, and you kind of got to line up this little raised area here with another one of these sort of raised divots there as well. The tube goes in, but then you have to twist it and turn it, and it's and to get it to lock into these areas here, and this can actually be a lot more difficult than it sounds. The first couple of times I did this, you know, I slid the top of the tube in, I was turning it, you know, these ends here can be quite sharp on your fingers, you're trying to turn it, it doesn't give you enough torque on your hand trying to turn it because it's quite difficult to get that to lock into place, and you might turn it part way and you're thinking, okay, well, this is as far as it's going, and what would happen is I'd be out on a job, you know, and I'd be loading the blower on and going to clean a sidewalk. I'd hit the throttle. There's so much air pressure coming out of this whole tip would just fly off. And it happened over and over again. And to the point where I actually texted a couple of other UAG members and were asking them, ones that I knew have had experience with this blower, and asked them, you know, this is what's happening. The tip keeps flying off the end of this blower. And one of them mentioned that they had the same issue, and that, you know, the first time they went to use it, they had it on their back, and there was actually another lawn care company going across the street when they hit the throttle and saw the tube flying off, and they felt, you know, kind of embarrassed by that. But they said, no worries, I figured it out after. You really got to crank on it and get that to lock into place. So, you know, I tried it. I started turning it, you know, to where I felt it would stop, and then I really, you know, had to get some gloves and actually, you know, put my legs up against this part to really give myself some torque. And once I started to really reef on it, like almost feeling like I was going to break it, I could hear it clicking into place, and it locked, and I've never had an issue since, and I don't think I could even maybe even turn it to take it apart now. It's on there so good. So just something that wasn't quite explained in the instructions. It just tells you to turn it. It doesn't tell you how far. It doesn't tell you sort of that it's going to be a tougher process, that you got to put, you know, some effort into it to get it to go. So that's just another thing I wish was easier. Like I said. So the Echo PB770 comes in two different variations. There's the PB770T, which is what this one is, and the PB770H. So the difference between the two models, it's the exact same backpack blower, the same unit that goes on your back. The difference is here in the controls. So with the PB770T, which again, this particular model is, that just means that it's a tube mounted throttle. So it's one-handed control. You aim and you, you know, control the throttle. You have your cruise control sort of switch there on the inside there that you can set and adjust the throttle with, but it's very similar to other brands out on the market. The PB770H, like I said, is the exact same unit, except it comes with two handles on it. So you have your handle here as well on the tube, but it has no throttle. There's no buttons or anything, and it's strictly a handle just for pointing the airflow in the direction you want. And that model will have another handle that is in this area here on your left-hand side. It kind of folds down, and you use your left hand, and it's got the on-off button and the tube throttle. So you're essentially using the machine with both hands. You have one hand controlling the throttle, and the other hand just pointing, you know, in the direction. So that's it for this one, guys. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, consider subscribing. If you like the content I create and you want to support the channel, I'll leave a link in the description below to my Amazon affiliate store. You can find podcast t-shirts such as this one, as well as a whole range of other products that I've used and tested and talked about on the podcast, as well as this YouTube channel. So that's it for this one, guys. Here's to wishing you guys all overwhelming success and freedom in your lawn care business. Bye for now.